Thank you for tuning in to Artist Expressions with Alma Love. My name is Jennifer Lyons. I will be your host today. We have a wonderful show, three artists that will be performing spoken word. The first artist is Reba, and Reba is going to recite hip hop lyrics. Please welcome Reba. Okay.
Where I lay my head, where I break my bread. Where I left tread marks in the back of the G. Tryna whip pop whips, Lex Coupe all green. 16 on the scene, tryna be mean. Me and my homies been at it since shorties. Running these streets, did it all for the glory. Bruh, remember Bell Street? When it was Bell Street, they had the youth league. Me and my team did a clean sweep. Balling out the building, they can't hold me down. Shooting penicillin like we trying to build a clinic. Established every building name, trying to see us in it. But you wasn't with us shooting in the gym when Nairobi couldn't win. So don't you pretend. When you come to my city, you love the people that's in it, the culture that's brimming. You made me a cynic, no gimmick. I got no love for you others trying to Columbus my home, but we stand in numbers. Pillage and plunder, but won't take asunder. Asunder no longer make headlines like Obama. On my life, like I earn stripes. Right for my streets like they ride for me. Y'all crooks, we thieves, but we rogue in peace.
Wow, thanks, Reba. How
Thank you.
exhilarating. So, again, introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about you, where you live.
My name is, I go by the name of Reba P. I'm from East Palo Alto, California. It's a little small city about five minutes away.
Okay. So, what was the inspiration behind this piece?
I wrote that piece for the city of East Palo Alto with the recent influx of the tech boom, with the recent tech boom, there's been a lot of gentrification. I constantly see my city changing, and I wrote that piece just for my city with the new faces coming in, and we know that they're not. Some people aren't there for community, for community only, which is I've been in East Palo Alto my whole life, so I just wanted to let the people, the community know, the ones that are still there, that we are still here and we do still love it.
So, can you share with us what you remember prior to the tech boom?
Oh man, EPA before the tech boom with the recent buildings going back up. I remember Bell Street Gym. It's currently now YMCA, but I grew up knowing it as Bell Street Gym. Okay. They had a youth league basketball team. Pretty much all my friends who were ever, we were all the kids in East Palo Alto played for that youth league. What else do I remember? I remember Flood School. It's a middle school that I went to. Great school before it was closed down. With the tech boom and the markets, the housing market rising, families had to leave because they could no longer afford to be here. Then schools started to close down. I don't think people realize that part or see that part of gentrification when we don't have enough families to keep schools open.
Yeah. Well, thanks so very much. I understand that you have another piece for us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Call this one Sunny Days. Sunny days, getting paid, sipping on Bombay, under shade, over rays, so we seen better days. I ain't scared, I don't fear, I see my path that clear. We was there, now we here, still got our second gear. What can they do to us that they ain't already did to us, huh? How you mad at a system that was never built to include us? You delusional, bruh. Your spirit's a muck, you're doing too much. All that cussing and fussing, what grape are you busting? We second to nothing. Just know that it's in you, and that's why they fear you. So we left march like a general, formulate and assemble. Let this seep into your mental as I blaze this instrumental. We got lawyers, banks, and businesses. Just look at what our children did. They said we wasn't adequate. They said we couldn't handle it. They buried us and watched us grow, and now they reaping what they sow. Buried us and watched us grow. Yeah, now they reaping what they sow. We been down this road before. What? But we ain't going back no more. We kicking in doors, letting them know this ain't like before. They trained us to go. We locked and we loaded. Grandmama told it. From cotton to clothing, we built it, so own it. We built it, so own it. Y'all better act like you know it. Boy, we ain't Trump, man, we rolling. Get the clapping. Good morning, we'll hit the trunk on a punk. Say what's up to the pump. We not chumps, we'll pull up. Homie, this ain't what you want. We ain't scared, never feared. Bees the block, will take it there. No more money in the air. Put that money where you stand. No more marches, no more signs. We didn't gave them too much time. If they say you out of line, be like, bruh, you out of line. You better back up before you get smacked up. Look what you did. Pray he builds a wall and it falls on your kid. This how it is. This where we live. The land of the free who said it was free. It costs to be me. No melanin is free.
Well. I salute you, sister.
Thank you.
What a wonderful job. I appreciate you and keep up the good work.
Thank you for having me.
Wow, what an exhilarating piece there. So now we have guest number 2, and I am excited to introduce Mr. Lorenz. Hi, Lorenz.
Good to see you. Rosita Mazon. Lawrence. Yes, Grandma. What time is it? 2:30 in the morning, Grandma. You sure? Yes, Nanai. Lawrence. Yes, Grandma. You sleeping? No, Grandma, but you should be. I'll pry my eyes open from my deepest sleep if I heard you calling my name. At times, I will get mad at the situation, but will pull myself back enough not to be mad at you. For you, I'll remember the past and retrieve the times you have been there for me. You gave me love when I was a brat. When my mom was working graveyard shift, you graciously took her role at night. I watched you play solitaire, shuffling those bicycle cards, feeling the small gush of breeze hit my face as you arched the cards together. When I was a child, I would cry to you from uncertain nightmares. Now I comfort you as I try to figure where reality is. I'll change the dynamics of our relationship because our love for one another has never changed. You make me feel needed. In return, I make you feel wanted in my life. We'll watch folks spin the wheel trying to get close to that dollar. I'll chant for folks to keep on gambling for the million as you tell them to be content with what they have. We'll share a laugh, a tear, a moment. We'll watch the angles go through a series of adventures. I'll sing along quietly as you run your fingers through the rosary while a congregation recites the divine mercy. I miss the scent of you cooking garlic fried rice with our lunch until such a simple task became strenuous. Just like you, I get worried. Before, I used to wonder late at night when I'll be home. Now I wonder in the dark room we share if you're all right. You okay, Grandma? Not today, Anak. What's wrong, Nanai? I'm dizzy. Did you drink water? Not that much. Grandma, why not? Because I'll have to go to the bathroom, and I don't want to bother you, Anak. Nanai, you can bother me anytime.
Thank you. Again, introduce yourself.
My name is Lorenz Mazon Dumuk.
Okay. Well, nice meeting you, Lorenz. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from?
I'm from San Jose. Yeah.
You're from San Jose? So how long have you been doing spoken word?
I've been doing spoken word since my senior year in high school, 1997.
1997, yeah. Okay. And I don't think I really have to ask the inspiration behind this poetry, but just tell me a little bit about this poem.
What's special about this one, I think this is when I was having a fallout with writing. And then when I got back into writing was when I was actually sharing a room with my grandmother while I was taking care of her. And then that was when I learned how to write late at night. Like I'd be watching her, making sure she's okay. Then I'd just end up writing late at night.
So you think that that's when your creativity comes at night?
That's when I think I learned how a different type of creativity rather than the daytime, the nighttime. There's something special about writing in the nighttime,
Yeah.
you know. There's just
It's
something,
quiet, the
yeah,
quiet,
the
yeah.
quiet, and then also knowing that as alone as you are really never alone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, thanks a lot for sharing that with us. I understand that you have another piece.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Okay. Yes. Masculinity so tender. Father kisses soft lips unto newborn son. Masculinity so tender. Boy receives fetters of affirmation, takes leaps where fathers only knew borders and fences. Boy becomes a flight of imagination. Masculinity so tender. Young man of ocean gathers his mountains of tribulations, arms sway from millenniums, until mountains lull until boulders cradle into rocks, until rocks dream into sand. Masculinity so tender, fire carried inside of a man, knows he could warm and care, yet monitors his rage, which had recklessly burned forests into ashes of regrets. Masculinity so tender, when isolated and active, can frost into a glacier, statue himself frozen, loses reasons to thaw himself out of the stiff bleakness. Masculinity so tender. When I met a man with masculinity so fragile, I saw a hurt boy shelled inside an egg of a man, how his clenched fist of knuckles wanted to destroy me. Could not believe I existed. Thought I was a virus to his way of living. Needed me to be broken like him. So I heard his anger, which led me to his hurt, that spoke of an absent love. I surrendered space for him. Witnessed him give permission to himself to heal, to learn, to know tenderness. Masculinity so tender. Awoke the femininity that was never separate, bridged together, creating potential rather than limitations. Dismantled the disconnection between heart and mind. Grown to love the singularity of oneself while acknowledging my interconnection with the wholeness, which I am always a part of. To be nothing and everything, a synchronism of discorded harmony.
Wow. Thank you so much, Lorenz. That was great. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Wow. What beautiful words that were just spoken. And we have yet another guest. So please welcome Asha.
Hi.
Hi, Asha.
Thank you. Resilience of the mind is a superpower not to be overlooked. Internal capes reflect pseudonyms of a name given by my bloodline, but only hold ghostwriting positions because too often the situation renames me as simply the other. Mental convictions of strength rally voices in my corner despite the lack of physical presence. If it's strong enough, the mind can replace an army, arming me with the capacity to keep fighting on. As worlds often crumble around me, using words to crumble bits of consciousness on unrelenting souls who refuse to see the truth, I gain power. Superpower. Like Saiyans. Like Wonder Women of color, like adamantium bones so they do not break when you throw your shade, like Gambit, I got tricks up my sleeve to defend against your ignorance, got grace like the phoenix, got protective gloves so my consciousness doesn't go rogue. Power up mushrooms in the form of Hindu Kush mountains, hiding away my fortress of solitude to find serenity. It takes a superpower to navigate this globe. Glowing moons of different phases only seem to label us as more and more as the mutants. And as this storm rages inside of me, sometimes my emotions turn me into this thing, this beast that I swear I'm not. But I'm beginning to accept its presence. It's simply a means of existence, survival depending on the ability to feel some sense of jubilee. It's a necessary superpower for convincing yourself that you belong. This colossus juggernaut of a world needs a strong mind. You can't rely on night-crawling abilities your whole life. Don't give in to the mystique that you have to live like Morlocks in the shadows. This world is yours. Believe in it as so. Because when the other folks push you down, it is a direct reflection of their lack of resilience, lack of confidence. Finding balance between what unknown professors taught me about coexistence and nonviolence and the magnetic sensation I feel to just separate by any means necessary is a constant struggle. But equipped with the superpowers of resilience, I will keep going, keep calling for revolution, even when the world tells me no. I will not listen. I will not give in to the conviction that I hold no power. Even though my cape is hidden, my superhero status emblem is tattooed on my heart. And I'm ready in a flash.
Superwoman. All right. So please introduce yourself again.
Well, I'm Asha. My name is Asha Sudra, but my performance name is Asha.
Well, that was wonderful. Very, very deep, Asha.
Thank you.
So tell us, how long have you been doing this?
I mean, I've been writing my whole life. Hip hop to me was something that was just always really near and dear to me. So I've been writing lyrics for as long as I can remember. But I've been performing spoken word for about 1.5, 2 years now.
Wow,
Yeah.
you sound like a veteran.
Thank you. I appreciate
Yeah.
that.
So where are you from?
I'm originally from LA, but I've lived in the Bay for the last 10 years.
Yeah. So what is your inspiration for writing?
I mean, I feel like I get my inspiration from several different places, but part of it is just my passion for justice. I see inequity everywhere, and I feel compelled to write about it, especially from just my perspective, and to bring that authentic voice and that story that's not often talked about and is oftentimes dismissed or marginalized. And then I have a really unique family story, and so I like using poetry as a venue to kind of share that with other folks.
Yes.
And I mean, I'm a teacher, so I'm doing it for the youth. It's for
Yes.
the kids, you know.
So what grade level do you teach?
I teach 8th grade.
You teach 8th grade.
English, history, and
All
ELD.
right.
Yep.
Well, what a wonderful teacher. Wow, the kids have a great treat. Well, thanks so much. I really, really enjoyed that one, and I understand that you have one more for
I
us.
got one more for
Okay,
you.
thank you.
Thank you. Baby hairs. Instructed to be trained, taught to lie flat, taught to forget the past. Ancestral stories long forgotten. Like Peter Pan refusing to grow up, baby hairs remain in infancy, terrified of society's products designed to make its visibilities reduced to tired long days and excuses for being angry. I used to stare into the mirror, plucking each one that refused to comply, rejecting the expectations I tried to impose upon its genetics. They just didn't get it. The remarks, the microaggressions, the miseducations I received growing up in neighborhoods and ideologies that told me I needed to normalize kink and avoid natural curl that you labeled distorted. Sitting for hours asking for help because self-hate manifested its means into heating irons, frying strands of hair, begging them to assimilate. Straightening the wave of discrimination, masking my identity to prove a space worthy of being given attention, and given attention I was. Convinced that kinks in my hair compressed the ability for others to see my value, deciding to commit to chemically coercing every strand of ethnicity and ancestry to become dormant, only to erupt again after several months. As a recidivist, I killed my zombie-like identity time after time as soon as I felt my social confidence slipping. I was tripping, falling for a romanticized fantasy that if I just looked more like them, I would finally feel like I belong. I was wrong. Masks only delayed, derailed conversations, exposing ignorance and ultimate exclusion, proving to me that India Ari was the gospel. While I am not my hair is me. Every knot entangled, every split end confused at which direction to follow, at every road diverged, I have learned to love it all. Summertime sunshine highlights, conversations with ancestors through coconut oil meditations, flowing long braids reminiscing on the strength passed down diasporic journeys held together through exile, through Holocaust, through excommunication, through honesty, through discovery of not going down predetermined paths. I am not my hair, but my hair is me.
Well, thank you for that spiritual journey.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. So let's invite the remaining guests. These are truly drum majors for justice. You guys have any parting words? I'm just at awe with all of the goodness here, all of the love here, and all of the creativity and the talent here. Thanks for blessing me, each and every one of you, with those words.
Thank you for having us.
Yes. Lorenz, you have something to say?
I'd like to give love to Silicon Valley Debug, to the School of Arts of in San Jose.
All right, all right. What about you, Reba?
Just show love to my city, East Palo Alto, and thanks for having me.
Yes. What about you?
Yeah, I appreciate you for having me. If you want to see any of my other work, it's featured on ashapoet.com. I'll also be performing this Saturday at the Women's March in downtown San Jose.
Okay, yeah. I plan to go to attend the one in Oakland. So what's the next level for you guys? What are you thinking about? What does the future look like? I mean, the sky's the limit, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And we've been marching for justice for a long time. So, how can you take this to another level?
I think we just got to continue to take care of each other, think locally, take care of each other, heal, make sure that we're continuing to tell our stories.
Yes.
Because, if they're trying to be erased from books or, databases and things like that, we just got to keep making sure we're writing.
You're right about that, continuing to tell our stories, because if someone else gets to our story, they pretty much manipulate it. And Reba, I saw the joy on your face, and I felt the joy in your body when you discuss about East Palo Alto prior to this technology that came here. So I know that really moves you, and I saw that there was some goodness, and you had some really good times during that time.
And also that, and I mean, we are making strides as far as with displacement and gentrification goes, and Facebook trying to work with the community. So I feel like people for myself, the type of artist that I am, if I continue to write material to raise awareness on the issues and continue to get the message out there, then people will hear it and conversations will be had, and we will start working towards.
Yes, that's great. Lorenz, is your grandmother still with us?
No.
Oh,
Yeah,
God bless her
yeah.
soul. Yeah. I know she's looking down on you and very, very proud of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys are artists, impromptu. Let's get it going. You want to kick some words?
Oh, man.
Did you want us to read another piece, or?
No, we could just let it flow. Yeah, you want to read another piece? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You want to drop one?
You got another piece?
I can do one.
Drop
Okay,
one out.
well, go ahead.
At times, we forget who we are, losing fractions of ourselves from the ones we believe took away everything. Exhaustingly staring at our reflection as we sigh out a deflated spirit. We even clipped our Peter Pan dreams as we descend towards the gravitational pull of our own concrete hardships. Uprooted from our Narnia adventures, we plant ourselves in a reality that makes us feel invisible. Sadly, we even stopped waking up, roaming around aimlessly, sleepwalking through our own living nightmares. Sunken deep in our depression, miraculously, we managed to remember scars, reminding us not only of the pain, but the fact that we survived, healed to do more than exist, unfurling ourselves to the world, understanding the risk of being hurt, yet we muster enough courage to blossom wholeheartedly to our full potential. Infected with thoughts that tell us that we can be more than nothing, we diagnose ourselves with the truth, medicate ourselves with the belief that we are stronger than the limitations of our greatest fears. Buried deep in ourselves, we unearth the love we never knew existed, discovering the brilliance of ourselves. We move forward, ready to become.
All right. All right. I love it. I love it. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for blessing us with that. Yeah, anyone else? Well, we would like to thank you for tuning in to Artist Expressions with Alma Love. It's been a really, really spiritual show today, and I would like to thank each and every one of you for blessing us with that. Again, thanks for tuning in to Alma Love. My name is Jennifer Lyons. I am your host.